Sorry about that, everyone. Heard a beep, looked over, and my camera was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Good old GoPro. Always count on it to fail on you. What are you doing? Do it. There we go. Now we're back. Yeah. One thing you can always count on is a GoPro to mess up at an inopportune time. Rob's the only one who didn't bail. All right. We back. What's going on? Just had some technical difficulties. I wonder if it's because my GoPro reboots. I wonder if there's a setting. My GoPro, like every 30 minutes when I'm recording in my kayak, it'll stop recording and then immediately start back up. I wonder if that's what happened in a live and caused it to disconnect. I don't know. Maybe it's not GoPro's fault. Maybe it's user error. That would kind of be par for the course. Look at this. Look at this tracer shed coming in strong. Love it. It's in the settings of the GoPro. Okay. I'll have to look that up. I've been using my Insta360 for most of my recording when I'm in a kayak. 30 minutes, that's true. We sure will. But my Insta360 won't connect to my YouTube account. It's weird. It says it can. And I click the button and it sits there and it thinks and it does its thing and then it goes, yeah, sorry, just not gonna connect. I guess I need to reach out to Insta. What's that say? It's behind it. Can't see what you said there. It's behind a heart button. Curtis, Tracer Shad is something. Oh, money. Yes. Yes, it is. Man, I love the Tracer Shad. See here. Yeah, so I'm stocking up for the expo now. One of the good things about having a website is when you go to these expos and you use a credit card swipe or you manage your sales through the website, then the next year you can go back to those 3 days and look and see what you sold. And it was a lot of like 5 colors. And the other colors were not bad, trickled in here or there, but there were 5 colors that we just almost, or most 4 of them we did sell out on, almost sold out on all 5 of them. So I'm making huge batches of all those colors. So this year I won't sell out, we can just sell more. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. Hey Rob, if you make baits, you should check out softplasticbaitmaking.com and scroll down to the bottom and hit that Discord button and join us on the Discord if you make baits. Nice group of guys in there. I think we got 50 plus group of guys in there now, all bait makers, all helping each other, sharing recipes, helping each other figure out issues with molds, and just supporting one another, growing together. It's pretty cool. I joined a couple weeks back and it's been awesome. We're good. Let's get sun suction. Here we go. Yes, it is a cool place. Alright. What do we do? What do we want to shoot? I guess I should stick with the stuff I'm going to sell. Look how good this color looks in my paddle tail mold that I can't sell. That is so nice. I love it. I just got to get that fin deleted off the back and these will be on the website. Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that, Rob. Time is a killer. Every time. Every time. Uh-oh, did I not chase it? Oh, no, they're good. Woo, it was close. I almost sucked air into the nose, but it didn't. I gotta watch. This is the second time I've gone live. I always lose focus with yapping and forget to make sure my baits are good, coming out good. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that light works good too. Yeah, Tying Flies was actually my my first stint into bait making. Back, oh goodness. You know you're old when you start trying to remember how long ago it was and it takes you a minute. This was before I had any kids. Actually, the birth of my first son is what kind of cut into my fly fishing time so much that I kind of lost the passion for it. Good grief, he's 19, he's about to be 20, so 20 plus years ago, I was so addicted to fly fishing. This is how into fly fishing I was. I sold every bait caster, spinning reel, soft plastic, hard plastic. I sold it all so that I could get a vise, get buckets and tubs and tubs of hackle and dubbing and all kinds of materials to make flies with hooks and lead and jigs. That's all I did was tie flies and fly fish. I was low-key obsessed with it. Yeah, that's fun. First time I went down to Passage Creek with a black woolly bugger that did not look like a black woolly. It was so horrible. It was my first fly. I went down there and dead drifted it under a strike indicator and caught like a 13, 14 inch rainbow. That was it. I was addicted. Yeah, I don't do much trout fishing anymore. I did not long ago. This summer I went, first time I've gone trout fishing in a long time, and I didn't take fly rod. I just took light spinning reel, a micro chatterbait, which didn't catch anything, and of course rooster tail. Come on, which is what we caught everything on. No trout. We caught smallmouth, a couple sunfish, a fall fish, but no trout. Pan fishing. Yeah, I like pan fishing. I mean, that's what I grew up doing. I grew up about 15 miles away from Lake Guntersville. We lived in Albertville, Alabama. And believe it or not, I look back now, I'm like, man, I mean, what an opportunity, but I wasn't into bass fishing. I grew up on a farm. I mean, when we fished for food. It wasn't for trophies. It wasn't to take a picture. I mean, there were no cell phones. You didn't like take selfies and there was no social media. Like, we were fishing so that we could put crappie in the freezer, and that's what we fished for. Mainly crappie and shell cracker, but mainly crappie. And I loved it. I miss it. I wish our area up here had better crappie fishing, but it really doesn't. I mean, we've got some crappie, don't get me wrong. The Shenandoah's got crappie, and if you know where to look, you can catch them. But it's not like Guntersville. There's slabs in Lake Guntersville. Oh, I got baits to demold. Look up, Daniel. Oh, almost. Well, for those of you that follow the channel closely, you know I'm in the process of buying a house. We finally today got our clear to close, so we are officially now buying a house. So we're pretty excited about that. I have been sitting down with a pen and paper planning out my new bait shop, and it's one of the most exciting things I've done in quite a while. I probably shouldn't have even, I could have possibly jinxed the whole thing by even mentioning it on YouTube before we were clear to close. All right. Here we go. Later, Rob. Take it easy, brother. Alright, 3 more in this row. Alright. That bone belly. Baby blueback. Uh-oh. Got a bubble. Alright, rest are good. Bubble free. Alright. 15 minutes is probably going to cut out here again. Gotta go and look at the settings to fix that. Alright. See what I got. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2. Shoot. 1, 2, 6. Let's just shoot one more. Go. Right. What's up, Bloodline? I believe I just started following you on TikTok, or maybe I saw you in the Discord, or both. What's going on, man? Welcome. Let's see here. What do I want to shoot more of? Definitely more river rigs. And unrigged. Alright, that's what we're doing. Unrigged. And river rig. I'm going to get these backwards. Turn around here. What's this one? Okay. Oh, up here. Nope, up here. Okay. How do you like that shooting star? Man, I'll tell you, the shooting star has been a game changer. It really has. Especially for doing laminate colors, not having to go back constantly and reheat. Not running the risk of overheating your flake and having it curl and discolor your plastic. Just setting your temps low. You get better laminations when you have lower temps. And the fact that it just maintains it, like I can keep it at like 310, 305, and the laminations, the ones I do that are unrigged, if I have them, they're pre-rigged, that jig being in there pushes the top color down. You're just never going to get a perfect lamination. But if it's just well, like this. If it's just a normal, not pre-rigged bait, you can keep that temp super low when your laminations just come out almost flawless. And that's really hard to do when you're using Pyrex cups because it sets up so fast. If you only got it at 300, you got to go. And then even if you got it, and then you got to reheat it, and it's, oh, well, you know. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I'm explaining bait making to a bait maker. But yeah, the shooting star, especially if you do this any level of full-time, or I mean if you're selling them and you're really trying to like get accounts and grow. What the heck is that? That's weird. Alright, take that one out. Yes, highly recommend the shooting star. If it makes sense for your business, highly recommend it. also by Ultra Molds, same people that make the Shooting Star, is this air clamp. Not nearly as game changer as the Shooting Star, like for sure. Lower level of, holy crap, this is really awesome, but it's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. Awesome. I got the mini. They have two sizes. I don't know how much you've looked into it. They have two sizes, and to me the mini was fine. Honestly, I've never even completely filled it. I've never done more than 4 cups in each pot, but I want to say I can fit 8 cups in each pot in this, so I could double what I've been doing. I just haven't really had the need to. My first couple years doing this, my biggest challenge was keeping up with inventory. I always had inventory problems. Picking up the Shooting Star, I don't have inventory problems. Now I have sales problems, but my entire life I've been in sales. Like, well, not entire life, but entire career. I left when I graduated high school, immediately got into sales, never looked back. So that's a problem I personally want to have, because I can fix that problem. But being one person and only being able to make X amount of baits a day, that's what was holding me back. This fixed that. I need to turn this off, because I could be hearing myself echo and I'm listening to myself. And I don't need to do that. All right. I will say this, if you're wanting to get a Shooting Star, the one thing that I wish I had known, and I only know this now from experience, is I wish that I had these. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll point it out here. Let me run this bait. So both pots have individual ports on them, and then there's a port between the pots that you use to pull your laminates out of. I wish that I had them delete, quote unquote, delete the individual ports on each individual pot. This one and this one. You do not need it. And it's not just that you don't need it, but it actually kind of starts to cause some problems. And here I can actually show you one of those problems, because I just had a bait be affected by it. And I'm talking, it's 1 out of every 300 baits that this happens. So this isn't a huge deal, what I'm about to show you. It hasn't been a massive issue, but that's because I've kind of been staying on top of it and I've gotten lazy lately. Here's the issue. Hopefully you can see it. See that black, that's not flake. That's not supposed to be there. What that is charred plastic. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see them. Here, I got a big, what you don't see is that camera's connected to a whole rig, so I can't really pull it over here and show you, but there's a thing here that you can connect into and a thing here that you can connect into. So the thought process on that is, if you're doing a single color, then you just put single color in one and you connect and you shoot just pulling from the one. The issue with that is it creates, and this isn't my experience, I actually called Ultra Molds and talked to them about it, and they explained what I was experiencing. It creates what they call a heat sink. So if you're only using this pot, then this pot is going to pull heat from this pot. So even if this pot's telling you you're at 320, it might actually only be at 310. And it was causing issues. It was just causing a lot of issues. I'll put it to you that way. So what I do now, if I'm shooting a solid color, I just mix, if I want to go 4 cups, I'll put 2 cups, I'll cook up 4 cups of it, put 2 cups in here, 2 cups in there, and I still use that center port. What I didn't know until very recently, because I reached out to Rupert at Ultra Molds and said, hey, is there a way that we can like delete these, like a rod that I can get to put in this hole to keep plastic from coming into it? Because what will happen is that plastic sits in there, and because you're not pulling, like if you're pulling a laminate, then your plastic is moving through that center port constantly, but it's not moving through this port or this port, but those ports are full. So that plastic is literally just sitting there and just cooking and baking, and it turns black. That's what this is. It chars and it just turns into this black, nasty, almost like hard, solid chunk of just burnt up plastic. Thankfully, he replied and said, yes, absolutely, we do those. Next time we do a shooting star, I'll make some up for you and send them to you. So I'm waiting for those. I can't wait. I will be pulling these off, sticking those rods in there to delete these 2 ports because you do not need them. You might want them, and that's personal preference. You know, good for you. If that's what you want to do, have at her. But I will tell you from experience, it's a headache. There's really no reward. It makes shooting baits a headache, and then it gives you 2 more things you have to clean out every single time, which is a pain in the butt. Cleaning this, it's not really that big of a pain. The first couple of times you do it, it's a pain, and then you start to figure out, oh, I can do this. I can, you know, I don't have to, you know, I clean this out. I don't let it cool. Like if you go to Ultramold's YouTube page, they say turn it off, let it cool, come back the next day, pull it out. If you notice, and I'm not trying to blow up Rupert's spot, I really like him, but if you notice, every time he does those videos, there's no flake. Every time he does one of those, look, it's just plastic and pigment. There's no flake, and I'm telling you, it doesn't come out like that. I have not experienced that. When I go to pull this stuff out, it doesn't just peel out all nice and clean like Rupert does on his YouTube channel. It doesn't. It rips, it tears. So what I do is I take WD-40, which is why it's here, and a paper towel. I spray it with WD-40, and I have gloves, heat gloves that come up to my elbows, and I get in here. I wipe it out while it's hot. Wipe the complete pot out while it's hot. You can let the little puck in the bottom, you can let that cool, and then you can just dig it out. Take yourself a popsicle stick, cut it flat. That way you don't gouge the inside. You don't ever want to take metal to the inside of these things, but take a popsicle stick, cut it flat, and you can get in there and dig that puck out. So, but that's what I would do. And yeah, you're welcome, man. That's, if I had to do it again, well, and hopefully I'll be deleting these soon. I got to reach out to him and find out if he has any shooting stars on the schedule. Let's see how these turned out. Looking good. Looking good. Do any of you guys fish blueback fisheries? You're gonna want to check out my next video if you do. I'm done filming. I just got to edit and do all that stuff now. But if you fish any fisheries that are dominated by blueback, then it's a pain. All right, unless you've got it figured out. If so, please hook a brother up. But blueback fisheries are just a pain. And this is a really good pattern for them. The recipe will be on the video, full recipe. Really got to start making custom molds that are single port, not individual. This is it's a time killer. And I'm back. Welcome back, Cecil. So are any of you guys still fishing? Or have you put everything away for the winter months? I will go ahead and end the suspense. I have put my stuff away. I am not a fan of the cold, especially out on the body of water where the wind comes across and cuts you in half. Call me what you want. I ain't gonna argue with you. But I'm not going out on the water right now, I'll tell you that. 30-some degrees with 20-mile-an-hour winds outside. No, thank you. Now, ice fishing is something I've always wanted to try. So I guess if I had the opportunity to do that, I might go. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. Same. Now, when I was really into trout fishing, I did. In fact, I'll never forget the first time I went out trout fishing. It was in February. Well, not the first time I went trout fishing. I was fly fishing in February for the first time. And took a buddy of mine. I was teaching him how to fly fish. Yeah, I'm that mean. That's how good of a friend I am. I was teaching a guy how to fly fish in February. And I'm standing on the bank watching his cast, watching his loops in the air. If you fly fish, you know what I mean. And trying to tell him, oh, this is what keep your cast flat, don't arc, just helping him with his cast. And all of a sudden I start looking at the line. I'm like, wait a second, because you would think that fly line in the air is like, whew, like it looks like cursive handwriting. For those of you old enough to know what that is. And it didn't. It looked like, I don't know, it's geometrical, like there were corners. And I was like, Andy, hold up. And he stops casting and we look, his line was completely frozen in the air. And it was, where we saw the corners was just where the ice was breaking. We packed it up. We laughed really hard, realized we couldn't feel anything from the knee down, and packed it up and went home. I think that was the last time I ever fished in the winter. Yeah, my brother and I were looking. There's some places in New York, and the purest ice fishermen sneer their nose at this. I know because I've mentioned it to some of them. They're like, ugh, wuss. But my brother found this place in New York where they take these basically like single wide trailers, but they're like nice, like really, really nice. And they cut holes in the floor, and when the lakes freeze over, they literally drag them out onto the lake. You've got these boards in the middle that you can pull up, or like a big styrofoam thing you can pull up, set aside. It's got bunk beds, flat screen TV, Wi-Fi. It has Xboxes, PlayStations. You just bring your games and your controllers. Like, you can literally sit out there for an entire weekend and do nothing but, I mean, it's got kitchen. You got an oven, microwave. I mean, you've got, I don't know how all that works, probably propane tanks or whatnot, but these things are, you can go out there and just have a guy's weekend and just do nothing but ice fish literally in your living room floor while you got football going on the TV in front of you. I think we're going to do that. We need to get some people, so, because it's not cheap. We need like 3 or 4 more people, and we just don't have anybody around here who's interested in doing it. But any of you guys want to come join me and my brother up in New York, fishing, doing some ice fishing in a pimped out, I don't know what you call it, ice fishing condo? I don't know. They're dope. Let me know. We've been looking for people to join us for like years, actually. Okay, all that ice fishing. Spoken like a true Texan. Alright, let's see what we got here. Man, the baits are coming out nice today. I'm not having any misshoots. Laminates are good, no bubbles. Good job. Yeah, I actually don't mind cold weather. My wife thinks I'm crazy. Apparently we did like that whole, my brother did the whole spit in a test tube thing, and they tell you your DNA ancestry, like not like what your grandparents tell you are, but what you actually are, which I kind of was offended by that until we got the results back, and I was like, oh dang, okay. My family always said we were Scots-Irish, hence the Scottish tattoo on my forearm that I got in Scotland when I went to visit Scotland. And then my brother did this. He came back, he goes, yeah, I mean, there's some Scottish and Irish in there, but we're like 80% Welsh. Nobody in my family had any idea. I don't know anything about Welsh. Nothing. I mean, I was close to it on our way to Scotland, but that's about it. I don't know anything about the culture. I know it's Celtic, so don't know anything about it. And my wife thinks that it's my Celtic blood. I actually don't mind a certain level of cold. You can dress for the cold. I lived in Florida for a while, and it didn't matter. You could go butt naked outside, and you were still miserable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do that later. 23. Ooh. Holy crap! 65 miles an hour. Good grief, bloodline. Where are you? For it to be that cold? 65 mile an hour. That's borderline hurricane. You in Alaska? Nebraska. Oh, yeah, okay. I've never been to Nebraska, but there's some friends of the family that are from just outside of Lincoln, and they've told us they had a farm out there. Yeah, they told us some stories of how cold it gets up there. So, whew. Cold's one thing. Cold plus wind, I'm out. I can, if it's still outside, I can do 30 below. I'm fine. Pants, hoodie, I'm good to go. But if it's 60 degrees outside with a breeze, I ain't going. The wind is what gets me. I can't do it. Cuts me right in half. All right, I'm really going to call some division on here right now, but what's everybody's, well, if you have a team, NFL, anybody pulling for any NFL teams? What we got? I need to know who's in here. Shout them out. Come on, Cowboys fans. You know, it's okay. We see you. It ain't me, but we'll see you. The Texans, there you go. Man, the Texans broke my heart. I'm gonna tell you, I mentioned earlier, if you were on here, that I grew up in Alabama, Albertville, Alabama, about 15 miles from Lake Guntersville. And so it was Colts. Okay, no Cowboys, good. Okay, you're a Cowboys fan? Oh man, you just opened up a whole world. Oh, I'm gonna be messing with you for a while now. Thank goodness you and I actually know each other, so I can do that and not worry about ticking you off. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Texans, man. So here's the thing. I grew up in Alabama, and it was college football or nothing. We didn't do, my family, I'm not saying people in Alabama don't do NFL, but my family, we didn't care about NFL. It was college football or nothing. And it was SEC country, right? So, and a lot of people are vomiting in their mouth right now because they're sick of hearing SEC this, SEC that, and I get it. But it is, or was, before the transfer portal, it was a whole nother, ball game there for most of its existence. So, being raised in the South, I was always taught people from New York were rude. They didn't like us. They didn't have any. There was no hospitality. All that stuff. And then I met my wife, and she's a diehard Bills fan. And before Josh Allen, she didn't jump on a bandwagon. She's just a diehard Bills fan. She's thankful for Josh Allen, and she has been trying to get me to become a Bills fan for about 2 years. And she finally, we went to a Bills game. Went to the one that they won. We went and saw the Bills in Miami up in Buffalo. First time in New York. First time going to an NFL game. And I'll tell you, I left there a Bills fan. Go Bills, go Josh. I mean, Josh Allen is just the human form of a golden retriever. I don't know how else to put it. He's one of the most positive, just happy-go-lucky. He's like Andy Dwyer if you ever watched Parks and Rec. he's somebody you can actually pull for on and off the field, and that's rare in the NFL in my experience. But yeah, so we're a Bills family. Took me a while to come around, and I'll tell you, that myth of people in New York are rude, it's a myth. When I told that to people in Buffalo, and they all laughed, and they're like, no, that's New York City. That's what they all said, and they were right. I've never felt so welcome, and I grew up in Alabama, spent a lot of time in Georgia, where everything's supposed to be like, and it is, I'm not crapping on Alabama or Georgia, but the hospitality's like through the roof down there. It's like I'm running out of plastic. But man, you go to Buffalo, it probably didn't hurt that I was wearing Bills gear the whole time. But yeah, we every Sunday you can bet we are either cooking wings, beef on weck. If you've ever heard of a stinger, then you know. If you haven't, check it out. You're gonna want to. It's basically a Philly cheesesteak with a big chicken tender that's been doused in buffalo sauce in it. And they're amazing. Oh, they're amazing. So good. Anyway, what else we got? Houston Oilers. Oh, grew up watching Houston Oilers. Okay. Always been a Josh Allen fan. Yeah. I want him to win so bad. And I can say that because I'm a Bills fan now. But even before that, I wanted him to win. Even before I wanted to be a Bills fan. And I'd listen. So here's any team that wants to fail should get me to be their fan. Listen to my history with football. Grew up in Alabama, right? And now a lot of you might be thinking, well, what do you mean? Because Alabama had a dynasty that went on for freaking ever. Yes, and that started the year after I quit pulling for them. I literally was a diehard Alabama fan my entire life. And my dad graduated from Notre Dame. So I grew up watching Notre Dame. And when I grew up watching Notre Dame, it was Lou Holtz, Jerome Bettis, Rocket Ishmael, Tim Brown. I mean, they were putting up national championships and playing in national championships, putting up Heisman Trophy winners. It was just amazing football. And I was like, I'm a Bama fan. I'm a Bama fan. Finally, I'm like, fine, I'll switch. Number 1, Notre Dame. Number 2, Alabama. The next year, Alabama hired Nick Saban. And then it was very shortly after that, or maybe even right before that, Notre Dame hired Bob Davies. And the whole thing shifted. And now my number 1 team has not been who they were. That I grew up watching them, and my number 2 team started dominating football. I told my wife Shelly, I was like, you don't want me to be a Bills fan. If I become a Bills fan, they'll never win another game. But she was willing to take the risk. Making me hungry. Yeah. I'm telling you, if you've never heard of a stinger, Google it. And I mean, you'll have to say buffalo sandwich stinger or whatever to get it to come up, but they're really good. Take your hoagie roll, make your best Philly cheesesteak you can, put that in there. Oh, dig the bread out. You don't want too much bread. Dig the bread out, cut it in half, dig the bread out. Go Philly cheesesteak, and then we take 2 in a big hoagie roll. We take 2 chicken tenders, and my wife has her homemade buffalo sauce recipe. Her dad grew up in Lockport, which is right outside of Buffalo. She's got a recipe that is kind of a copycat of Bar Bill, if you've ever heard of that up there. It's Josh Allen's favorite place to get wings, so it became famous when he said that. Well, it was already big, don't get me wrong. It was big to the locals, but it became big nationwide when he was asked on camera, and he was like, oh, Bar Bill, hands down. Now that place is packed. It takes like an hour and a half just to get in and get some wings. But anyway, she's got a copycat recipe of that. This buffalo sauce is amazing. Toss those chicken tenders in buffalo sauce, and then dress it with blue cheese. Ken's salad dressing blue cheese is the best. Trust me. Oh my goodness, hits your stomach like a brick. You'll only need half of it, and you won't need to eat the next day. But good Lord, it's so good, so good. One of the best parts about being a Bills fan so far, because as soon as I became a Bills fan, let's see, they ended up losing to multiple teams they had no business losing to. They lost to the Dolphins. Shouldn't have lost to the Dolphins. They lost to the Texans. Texans is a good team, but they didn't have Stroud when we lost to him, I think Stroud wasn't even there when we lost to him. We had no business. Oh, and the Falcons. We had no business losing to the Falcons either. Come on. Anyway, sorry, Bills Mafia. I'm a fan now. Get used to it. Legendary Buffalo New York sandwich. Yep. There you go. Yep, it is. Try it. You'll either thank me or you'll text me and and cuss me out because you will have gained about 40 pounds. Oh, they're so good. Oh crap, my wife's texting me. What's she want? Okay, not now. Okay. Uh-oh, someone's here. I'm live on YouTube. You want to come say hi?
I'm about to work, though.
You're about to?
Yeah.
Are you just now leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed you left a long time ago.
These look fantastic. They're so bright.
Yeah. That's what the video's on. Oh, I told you that. Yeah. Dip sauce? Yeah. Lean over and say hi. My son Christian, everybody.
What's up?
Heading to work?
Heading to work.
Ah. What time you get off?
9:45, probably. Well, we'll see.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. Depends on how well we get done with our closing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Love you.
Love you too, buddy. Have a good day. Oh, for the Texans? Yeah, no, he is. I'll tell you who shocked me, and I hate it. I hate to admit it. And it's not like he just shocked me. He's shocking the whole world. But that, what's his name? For the Patriots. It's escaping me now. Somebody's about to say it. Let's see, Dylan. It's not Dylan. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. That kid for the Patriots looks like he's going to just step up and replace Tom Brady, no problem. Good grief. He's good. And I'm not a Patriots fan at all, but he's good. That was the other team we had no business listening to. Freaking Patriots. May, thank you. Drake May, that's it. Yeah, that kid. I looked it up. I want to say, like, I looked up, because I'm a college guy, right? So normally when somebody comes to the NFL and they start doing really well, I'm like, oh yeah, I watched him do this, that, the other. I had never heard of him. I looked it up, and it was like, I don't think it was like a no-name school. If any of you guys want to Google that, but it wasn't like one of your powerhouses. It's not like you went to like Alabama or, you know, USC, Notre Dame, like any of the school, Texas, any of the schools that, you know, you're used to kind of being in the talk. Hate the Pats. See, you and I are going to get along just fine. I don't like the Pats either. Count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 2 more to have round. Ooh, I think I'm out. Look. Don't worry about it, brother. I think I just ran out of plastic, so I might be shutting the live down here. What's up, man? Underwater porcupine? Nathan, if I remember correctly. I hope I got it right. If not, I'm going to feel like a jerk. Pretty sure I got that right. Yeah, starting to get bad. Yeah, I hate to say it, Nathan, but my shooting star just ran out of plastic, so you hopped in at the last second, I think. Let me, oh, you know what? I've got, man, that's a lot. I don't want to melt. They're big. They're 2 cup pucks. I don't want to melt those down right now. What time is it? 2 o'clock? Yeah, all right. All right, yeah, time for cleanup. Yes, it is. But guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for hopping in. I appreciate y'all being here, participating and everything. Yeah, I will say this before y'all hop off. If you're anywhere in the Richmond area in January, come up and hit me up. Richmond Fishing Expo. It's a 3-day expo. It's legit. There's a lot of baits, boats, everything you can think of. Really good deals going on. It's worth the drive if you're just even kind of close. I will be there. If you show up, please come find me. Let me know you're a subscriber. I'll have some goodie bags for you. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Y'all are awesome. As always, stay bent, all that jazz, and we'll talk to you later. I gotta figure out how to end this.